Hey Chris, it's Mike from Mike's Amazing Stands. I just wanted to show you real quick how to put the base together on this Christmas tree stand. When you get it and get it unboxed, you're going to see this big white box. A lot of the stuff is inside of it, the smaller pieces. So when you get it, just take the lid off, and then you'll see there's going to be a bunch of packing paper and whatnot in here, but take everything out. This wooden block, keep it next to the box because you're going to need it first. But other than that, you take everything out of it, and you'll see in the bottom there is a little square piece here. This is where you're going to put the wooden block that you took out earlier, this piece here. And if you see here the X and the X here, just go ahead and line those X's up and sit it down in there. Okay, when you get it to that point, you're going to get the lid and put the lid back on it. And then you're going to find the support rod. Now this is not the actual support rod because it's really short, but it's going to be set up the same. You'll have a piece of blue tape that holds the nut and the washers in a certain position. All you do is take the tape off. Leave the nut and the washers exactly where they're at, okay? So you're going to take this end of the rod, and you're going to drop it down in this hole. Now you might need to wiggle it around a little bit to get it to go into that wooden block that you put in earlier. But what you need to do is go all the way down to the bottom. What you're trying to accomplish here is on the bottom of the box, it's called a T-nut. The threaded rod screws into that. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn that threaded rod up here on the top. You'll just keep turning it until the end of the rod. I put my finger here so I can feel it, but you see the end of the rod, and you want to get it to where it's just flush with the end of the T-nut right here. You don't want it sticking out because when you move it around, whatever surface you have it on, it's going to scratch it. So once you have it in a good spot, sit it back down, and now you're going to take and you're going to tighten this nut up. It's a 9/16 wrench, but you can use a pair of pliers or whatever you have. What you want to do is tighten that nut up until it's fairly firm. You don't need to crank down on it real hard. Okay, and then once you have that, then this is all one. This is your base. This is all you need to do. The next thing you do is you start stacking everything up. You're going to get the first spacer. All of the spacers are big 3-inch diameter, except for the very top one. It's a 2-inch. Big difference. Okay, so save that one till last. But what you do is you take this and you put it on the rod and just drop it down to the bottom right here. Okay, next thing you do is you get the first tier. This is not the first tier, I'm just using it as an example. The first tier is the biggest one, so you start with the biggest one and work your way up to the smallest one. So then you take this and you put it on like so. You take the next big spacer and just repeat the process all the way up till you get to the top. And when you get to the top, you're going to put this little small spacer on last. The top tier is like this. It's a 6-inch diameter. You're going to see it's going to have a sticker on it like this. It's a donut. You put this side with the donut on it, goes on the end of the rod like so. You don't want to put it on the other way because that's upside down. Just make sure that you put the end of the rod into the middle of the donut and you'll be fine. Once you get the top on, you'll just turn it and it will screw, it'll tighten up, and it'll pull everything nice and tight and make everything real secure. So it's going to be very stable after that. Other than that, that's all you really need to do. If you need my help, just give me a call. I'll give you my phone number. It's in the last message that I sent you with the shipping. If you have any questions, also give me a call. And that's it.